All right. Well, it rained again. I'm not even making that up. Oh, that's so ridiculous. Luckily, this monsoon wasn't quite as bad as the previous monsoons. Ditch worked fantastic. You can see where there's the water shot around. But this is where we're at. Oh, got somebody yelling up there. Well, you can kind of see that ladder's up in the air a little bit. I still have to put rebar and do this, but from here that way, and down and over and that way, minus the window buck, to there, to there, to there, all the way down. That's all done. Rebar's in, ladder's in, everything's tied off, zip ties are on, bucks are in, it's all done. Where's down to this part here, but I can't get into work because this was, you can see I filled in, this is new. Filled that lake in a reprieve between rainstorms. Filled that lake in. Almost lost the skid loader into the hole. I can't describe to you how insane it was. It was like liquefied quicksand. Like when you stood, through 2 foot out from there, all that edge was just bloop, 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 bloop. And I had to get the machine in there, and it was like kind of sketchy a few times, and yeah. But luckily I didn't lose the machine into the hole. I don't even dare walk over there right now. The buckwood is ready. We ripped that today. It's all ripped to width. Got a little walkie walk. I'm tempted to see if how bad it is. Yeah, it's pretty spongy still. I bet this is super spongy right here. Yeah. That's just swamp. And I kind of need to be here to work on this stuff. I mean, I can work on this from this side, but like, this isn't necessarily dry either. I mean, there was standing water. I mean, it's insane. So basically what's happening is, and these videos are delayed on their upload, Hurricane Ida basically stalled out the weather where I live. So we just got stuck in this cycle of rain. It was just like, it's literally been like the driest it's been in like, I don't know, recorded history. Which it's just been hot and dry, which is okay. I mean, too hot and dry, technically. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's just monsoon. It's just been wet, wet, wet. So I got to do all this rebar work. So I can't, that corner can't be finished, which means I can't put the rebar, 20 feet down there because I got to have the corner off because I got to slide the rebar in because the rebar goes inside the webs. It's all sorts of craziness. This part's going to be a little complicated because the way there's about a foot of concrete that goes over all this that has to be done in a way that supports the house. It's got to have a special rebar system in it, and it's just kind of not the greatest fun, but that's where we're at. I just thought I'd update the current mud swamp. We got the plywood here ready to go. We're gonna do solid plywood on our common seams because I just don't know what happens. I know you can do straps, but we're just, forget it. We're just going full plywood. That way, nothing bad can happen, right? Nothing but good things can happen. Just like you can just see how much slogging in the mud, pumping, like we had trenched out to drain the water out. And like, it's just been crazy. Absolutely batshit crazy. So, I mean, I guess there's people that do this in 2 days. I don't know how you do it. Crew of 30 or something? I have no idea. I feel like I've been at this for my whole life. But I thought I'd do a quick update just to show the differences. We did fill that in. We ended up foaming it. I don't know what's going to happen when they trench the wires in. Oh, maybe I could show you that. That's all done. Actually, there's a couple things that that might be interesting to show you. Ooh, this is a little muddy. So this is where the electrical panel is going, the main. So we got it all sleeved out. This is to mount the panel on. Corner mounts. That's the sleeve for the main to go through. It's all sleeved, so that stuff can move. What else we got here that's kind of cool? Something you may have never seen before, but if you look right there, you'll see a tube. That's a salt drop for softener salt. That's going to go to the garage. So if you don't know what softener salt is hard water where I live. Hard water. Lots of calcium deposits. Like you fill a bowl of water and let it evaporate out, there'll be like calcium. So you soften your water if you want to by putting salt in it. Well, the salt comes in 50-pound bags, and most people buy the salt, walk it down the stairs to the basement, pour it in. It's a huge ordeal. Like, some people will hire people to do it for them. Well, this house, salt drop. You just pull your car into the garage, which would be over on the other side of that wall. Take your salt, dump it in the bin, just right into the bucket. Problem solved. And I don't know if I can show you how fancily I did that. That is fancy. I'm talking fancy. I actually did a practice run. I practiced on a piece of scrap to get it just right. Sprinkler line right there. Hose spigot outside, elevated way in the air. Not down at the ground. You don't have to bend over to hook your hoses up in this house. They'll be waist high. Just wander up to it. Got a power source going through the foundation there to go out to the, there's gonna be a lamp out by the front there, little decorative lamp. What else did he do here? Oh, it'll be a spigot back here too. Once again, raised, because bending over to hook your garden hose up, garbage. That is garbage. You don't want to be doing that. Right there. That hole right there. So if you can imagine, I'm in the hole a little bit here, so I got to come up 4 feet, but like that's, for me, that's just like between my belly and my chest height. So that's where his garden hose spigot is. How great's that? That's thinking outside the box there. I know a guy whose spigots are like below the dirt line. He has to use like a shovel to hook his hose up. I don't know what that's all about. That's madness. Oh well. I mean, I got broke ones in my house that don't work. I just don't use them. Anywho, yeah, the mud was insane. I mean, I don't think I can get back. I can try. I mean, that last rain we got, ooh, that was a bad one. I mean, there was so much water, so much mud. Like you can see here. That's what I removed. That garbage pile, it's like that, just to get it so I could put some drier dirt in. And I ended up like cutting this corner out here so the water will drain out a little better. Like, oh, it's just insane. These guys are clipping along. Let's take a little peeky peek here. We'll go incognito mode. This house is almost done. Look at that. It's a duplex. They're just clipping right along. That house needs some shingles. Got the slab poured in the back. They're trenching something. What are they trenching over there? Oh, must be an underground drain or something. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Flipping along. They'll probably start working on this one next. The same company doing all three. These run crews slopping together. I mean, we need housing, so that's cool. So I'm just getting just muddy feet here, just walking through this garbage. Yeah, that's perfect. Good plan on my behalf. I'm about to get in my truck and go home with muddy feet. That's okay. I think boss man might have left already. We were just getting ready to leave right now. But this is all clay is what it is. They call it loess or loess. It's windblown clay. It's sticky as hell. But it erodes to a perfectly vertical surface, which is kind of cool. It doesn't go diagonal like normal dirt. It's got a weird structure to it. So yep, tomorrow we'll start putting the bucks in. Hopefully this dries out enough. Otherwise I got to figure out something. But yeah, that's this erosion here is just crazy. That's a big one. All that washed out. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, I've got 2 ties here, and then there'll be the second pour will be the second story. If you can imagine, the floor system is approximately a foot above this foam. That'll be the floor system going that way, and then this way is garage, but he's having a walk-in garage floor, so where I'm standing now, it gets raised like 3 feet, at least 3 feet. So when we pour the second section, we'll put that piece of rebar there for a third tie into the foundation wall to tie that for the garage. Same with the other 3 tie-ins, but we got bucks in here for the beam that carries across to that footing. Buck in there, so that'll get removed. So when the concrete goes in, that'll be a negative space. We'll cut the foam and then drop a beam in there that'll help carry the floor system from here to here to there to there to there to there. Here's the salt chute. Down you go, salt. That's how that went in. Perfect. All right. Boss man's in his car. He's mad. He wants to leave. But he didn't like to leave without me here leaving either. So, all right. Well, that's the end of this one. Hopefully it'll be sunny tomorrow.